question that I get that is frequently asked by consumers, and mostly for younger people that are 18, right, that are just kind of now entering into the workplace. They're considering maybe purchasing a home. They don't have credit. They've never been taught about credit. It's not something that was a discussion at home. Yeah, but it's just nothing that, their parents never really kind of pointed them in the right direction as to what they needed to be doing, so that by the time they were 18, they had some type of established credit. And so what would you recommend for not only somebody who's just barely starting credit history, but somebody who has to rebuild? Because are they the two the same things, or are they completely different?
If there's no scores and building credit, and then there's having low scores because all your accounts are closed and building credit. So if you're 18 or have never had open lines of credit before, you will have no credit scores. If someone has no scores at all, even if they have collections, they won't have a score, because collections don't give you a score, they just drop your score if you have one. So if someone has no credit scores and they build brand new lines of credit, it takes 6 months to get a score, because it's 6 months of history to actually create and show a pattern and create you that score in the algorithm. The only other way to get a score sooner, like if we have clients that want to buy a house and maybe the spouse has no credit scores,
right?
If they get added to an existing credit card as an authorized user, they'll have scores in 3 weeks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the only way. So usually we'll have people build their own lines of credit.
Right.
And if they can piggyback as an authorized user on their spouse's credit card that's been open 5 years, even if the balance is high, it will give them a score in 3 weeks.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's the only other way to get a score sooner, is having existing credit history on your credit report.
Okay.
So
perfect. Well, those are some really simple tips. Maybe not so simple, but you do have the credit repair team here that if you have any questions in figuring out how to do it, which credit cards or what lines of credit to open, feel free to reach out to them so that they can direct you in the right path to building your credit the right way.